What's up, YouTube? What up, friends and fam? It's your boy Kenny Lucas back at it with another fucking video. Today I went with the shirt off, looking like fucking Wes Watson style. But what up, Wes Watson? If you're watching this shit, I don't know, he might watch my videos, guys. Like, your boy's getting pretty big now. But so a customer just called in. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for calling me. You gave me energy. You gave me fucking a message to teach everybody else of how not to act when you call me. So this is what happened. The dude called me. He called me twice. You know what I mean? I was with my cleaner at the time. She made the trip out here to drop me off some food out here in Cape Cod. And drop me off some food and some clean clothes, keeping your boy right. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep the boss right. Because we don't do that shit no more. We don't go to the fucking laundromat no more. We don't go to the grocery store no more. If we're going to the grocery store, it's for some pens or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or some scissors or some tools or some shit. So she came, dropped off the shit. I gave her some cash because the minivan just broke down, so she had to pay for that. So... boss shit, man. I've just been chilling in the fucking hotel all day. And then, customer service is the type of day it's been. So I called him back. Hey, what's up, man? I've seen that you called Longview Landscape. What's going on? How can I help you? He starts asking 101 questions. I said, okay, what company do you work for? What you do tree service, big homie, or what's going on? And he said, oh, no, I'm a potential customer. Like, getting all pissed. I was like, dude, call me back when you're fucking serious. And we'll go from there. Ding, hung up the phone. Here's where you guys are fucking up. You guys are giving energy and time to these motherfuckers who are hating on you. You're giving the time of day and motherfucking energy to these people who are not going to show no love. They're just going to waste your fucking time and look at you and see what you're doing wrong. They're just going to point out everything you're doing fucking wrong. Which, we're all fucking human beings here. We're all doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not intentionally, but like, we're made in the image of God and Adam bit the apple. So yes, we're all doing something wrong here, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to admit it or not. Nobody's fucking perfect. So here's the message. When somebody is trying to waste your time like this, try to waste your energy, just hate on you, you know what I mean? For no fucking reason. They're probably another tree company calling in. I guarantee you. I'll put my money on it. He was another tree company. Because he was, like, acting weird. Like he was acting like the Sisto acts when they fucking call me, those bitches. So, yeah, he just called in. He's just like, yeah, whatever. Like, oh, yeah, we need to talk. I'm like, what the fuck we need to talk about? Like, you need a quote or not? I'm like, what the fuck? But it didn't aggravate me, man. Like, I've gotten to the level now where I do get pissed off here and there. I do. I'm not going to lie. I get pissed off here and there, but I'd like to think I'm at the level now when people, I receive the hate mail, the hate phone calls. I'm able to manage myself through stoicism, through keeping a level playing field, through let's try to help this person. You know what I mean? He's trying to hate on me, so let me try to help him. You know what I mean? Maybe it was a customer, and I don't care, because here's the thing. When I do things like this, when I think I'm in the right, when I know I'm in the right, time will tell if I'm in the right, first of all, but then also God is telling me to do these things. This is God's plan. This isn't mine. This is not my plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, God wanted me to act this way to a certain customer. So even if this guy was a customer and he fucking knows half the town of Falmouth, okay, half the town of Falmouth, you're going to tell everybody about me, okay? Probably not, but let's say he does. Tell the whole town about me. I don't care, because here's the thing. I don't want other customers like you. I don't want to be asked 101 questions about my fucking business. I'm going to get here, do a good job, we're registered and insured, and we're going to fucking make you happy. That's all I care about. I don't care about your fucking, your weird-ass vibes that you don't know where to put anywhere else, so you're going to put it on somebody else. Is that how it works now? Like, these motherfuckers are just putting weird-ass vibes on you for no fucking reason. Because they don't know where to place their energy. They don't have a morning routine like I'm trying to instill in y'all. Like, wake up early, work out before you do anything. Stop waking up just to go to work. Like, that's not going to work out. Like, if this guy's watching this video right now, hopefully he sees this and sees the message. Stop just waking up to fucking work. You're saying it's not about the money, but all you're doing is waking up for the money. Like, how about you wake up for yourself and do some reading in the morning and do some working out in the morning and then shower, then go about your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So go fucking do that. Help yourself out. Stop looking like a little fucking bitch. Because when a motherfucker like me sees you, talks to you, even on the phone, I can tell you're a straight up bitch. Straight up bitch. You know what I mean? There's so many men in today's society that are straight bitch because that's what society has taught you to do. So you've listened, and people haven't not listened to the news. So, like, newsflash, if you're listening to the fucking news, you're a fucking dumbass because the news is telling you lies in order to support the economy that they've created. And yeah, you just got to get with it. You got to tap in with your morning process. That's the easiest, best, not even easy, but that's your best bet to do to enlightenment is to wake up before the sun rises, instill a morning routine, and go about your day. You know, mine is wake up at 4 a.m. During the off season, it's actually 3 a.m. It's actually 2:30 a.m. It's just 4 a.m. during the season because it's harder for me to turn off my phone at a certain time. So usually I go to bed later. Not that I want to be at that level at all. I'm working on bossing up myself. You know what I mean? Getting somebody like Melissa to go ahead and just take care of the phone calls for the boss so the boss can go to bed earlier. Because that's where the true enlightenment, even more enlightenment, the earlier you wake up before the sun comes up, the more enlightened you become. The more fucking enlightened you become. So it's not about a wake up time. Oh, you feel tired? Great. Like, it's not about that. Like, you got to go to bed early. You have to instill the enlightenment. Being an enlightened man is being a knowledgeable man. It's being a smart man. Everybody's smart. Everybody's a genius. Everybody is a genius in their own avenue, in their own way. God made each and every one of us different in a genius way. So, like, even for somebody who has autism, even for somebody who has a mental disability, yada, yada, he made you great at something. You're supposed to be a legend. You're designed to be a legend. If you believe in yourself as a legend, you're going to be a legend. And then you have the workflow to back it up. You're going to be a legend. I guarantee it. There's no, like, God didn't create you to be fucking average. God didn't create you to be like this guy, retired, calling a random tree guy and trying to hassle him about nothing. About nothing. You really think I'm going to meet up with you, bro? Like, you really think I'm going to give you a quote? You really think I want to give you a free quote because you wasted my fucking time on the phone? No, I absolutely don't. And I just had to hang up the phone on the dude, man, give him a lesson. Sometimes you got to do it. You know, it hurts. It really does. It hurts having to do that to somebody else. But my time is so fucking precious and worth so much money, even today. Today, my time is worth a lot of money. 20 minutes, hour, half hour. Like, I just got done talking with my cleaner, Melissa, for like 2 hours. We were just fucking talking about politics and shit. Did I want to do that? No, but that means that time right there, that's valuable. That's valuable time that I don't mind giving it to her because she helps me out a fuck ton. You know what I mean? Like, she's been making trips to Cape Cod to throw me food, to throw me clean clothes. Like, who else are you going to hire to do that and rely on somebody to do that in today's society? It's very hard to come by. So I don't mind giving somebody like that my 2 hours. I actually need to get better so I can, you know, I'm not even going to say that. It's all in Godspeed. But, like, the fact of the matter is I don't do that a lot. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. That's for your own opinions. But I don't do that a lot in the fact that I just sit down with somebody and just chat with them. That's why I enjoy going down to Miami every year, picking up my workers and just chatting with them, man. Because, like, during the season, it's like go, 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 go. And it's just like, you know, I do want to establish the Sunday workout. I mean, the Sunday cookout shit, you know what I mean? But your boy's still on the come up. Your boy fucked up some cash this past winter, which is all meant to be. It's all God's plan. It's all God's plan. The reason why I'm so happy down here in Cape Cod is because it's God's plan. I needed to go. Not that I was suffering Pawtucket at all. I was thriving. I was thriving in Pawtucket financially, physically for half the year. I got on point with that, you know. But there was a lot of stress involved with living in Pawtucket, living with the significant other I was living with, because she wasn't meant to be mine. If she was, she'll come back. You know what I mean? That's as simple as it is. Leave that in God's hands. You know, like, yes, I have made the mistake of calling her over and over again last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But I got to the point where I was like, yeah, no, I got to cut this out, man. You know, this is in God's hand. Listen to some Joel Osteen, you know. But the human part of us does take over at some point, and we have to learn how to debilitate that. That's why I tell you guys I'm at a certain I'm at a certain position of growth. I'm at a certain stage of growth when it comes to spiritual being, that I'm not always strong enough to do these things. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I am not strong enough to hang out with somebody who isn't really strong enough to hear the truth. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell somebody the truth. It'll be good intentions, good for them, definitely good for them. And you know what I mean? Somebody might get sensitive about something I say, which happens all the time. To me, it's like it hurts me seeing somebody else suffer. So it's like, by me saying something, it's like, oh fuck, like I'm just not ready for it. I will be. Sometimes I am ready for it. You know, I have no problem giving people orders and shit like that. As long as they're working for me and getting paid. It's just like I struggle with seeing some people whom I love, who I see struggle with addiction, with alcoholism, whatever it is, and I try to help them out. Overeating, you know what I mean? I try to help them out, give them incentives, give them this or that, these tidbits, what works for me, and it's like they want to turn me down. They want to say this or that. It's an excuse, blah blah blah. I'm like like I'm just trying to spend my time wisely at this point in my life. I'm 29 years old, going on 30. Just started my business last year. So to say I'm busy is an understatement. You know what I mean? So like a lot of people don't get it. If you don't own a business, you really don't get it. You really, really don't get it. I don't care if you work 80 hours a week, but you're being told what to do. You don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get what it's like to work. Like say I work 40 hours a week, but you work 80 as a driver. Yeah, you might be physically working more than I am, but you are not. Like, my brain is always tested. My courage is always tested. My spiritual being is always tested. I used to work like 80 hours a week when I was up there in North Dakota. And that was the hardest I've ever worked. You know what I mean? Like, as far as hours go, exhaustion, you know what I mean? I'm very fortunate I didn't fall asleep behind the wheel up there. I pushed myself to a whole nother level, which I'm very proud of. You know what I mean? When I look back at it, or I'm struggling at a time of place right here where it's so fucking easy to me, I start complaining. Oh, blah 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 blah. I say, okay, go back to North Dakota then if you want to be such a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, it's just simple. It's like, put it in perspective, because none of us are attached to anything we have in the materialistic world at all. At all. Just like a dude I'm working with right now, he's thinking about moving his company down to the Cape. I said, hey, dude, like, after the season, treat your customers right. Send them all a postcard. Hey, thank you for X amount of years or X amount of month or even just the season. But we're taking our practice down to Cape Cod. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You send them that postcard, even hand write it. I don't care if you have 500 customers. Hand write each and everybody of something. You'll be surprised the feedback that you're gonna get, and I guarantee you, one person has a customer or has a house down at Cape Cod that they want you to take care of. One customer does, no matter what you're doing, stump grinding, planting new plants. Like one customer does, and I'll tell you what, down at Cape Cod here, the pretty much anywhere you go, but Cape Cod is a special territory because it's like almost like an island. So it's like people that stay here, they're Cape Codders. You know what I mean? They're not mainlanders. Once you cross that bridge, the vibe here gets better, like, or more friendly. Like, people are down to have a conversation here. It almost feels like you're in South Georgia or something like that. Like, for example, I went to Walgreens to get this whiteout, and me and the lady just started talking about whiteout. It was pretty cool. I like that shit. I like having random conversation with people, just having a fucking good time, getting to know each other, whatnot. Looking in the eyes, you know what I mean? Just gotta look in the eyes and get to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty interesting how much of the transition it is over here, how easy it's been. It's fucking easy. The motel I'm staying at, the guy's giving me work. He's been nothing but fucking hospital towards me. It's because the universe senses it. The universe knows. When somebody is living by universal principles, they might not always be waking up early like I am. But if they are, they're, oh man, like, it's over. Like, you guys are going to connect like a motherfucker. But somebody that sees that somebody else is living by universal principles, and somebody else that sees that somebody else isn't drinking. Alcohol is a big thing. It really destroys a lot of people's vibes. But the connection is there. The spiritual growth is there. You can move forward together. You can get money together while charging each other for this and for that, and create an empire. How are empires created? Was it just one person? Was it just one family? No, it never is. It never is just one person who builds a fucking castle. Like, you have, you have your power, you have your position of power, but then you have this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all partially like business owners type deal, like contractors within the network. And then you got your workers. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to establish here is my business connections. Like, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna put this guy here, put this guy here. You know what I mean? Just like playing chess. You know what I mean? And just like some pieces in the chess are more valuable than other, the king and the queen are the most valuable. Then you have other things that can move like this, move like that. But then you got your workers on the front line. You know what I mean? It's very fucking similar. So anything and everything happens through God's power, God's plan. Anything and everything. Anything and everything. Any dumb thing you've ever fucking said, any great thing you've ever fucking said, any video you've ever made is through God's plan for you. So never, like, don't, like, how do I put this? Because I used to live in regret like a motherfucker. More than anybody else I know. Like, honestly. Like, more than anybody else I know. Like, I used to, like I said before, I used to isolate in my apartment down in South Florida for months and months on end, man. That was the most terrible time of my life. The last time it happened to me was when I was in Nantucket, actually, as a garbage man, because I was just, isolating, depressed, not talking to nobody, trying to play it off like everything's all right, but it really fucking wasn't. All I really wanted to do was, like, I didn't want to kill myself, but I wanted to escape. You know what I mean? I wanted that good feeling again, but I didn't want to work for it. I knew the answers. I knew what I had to do, but I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? If I wanted to do it, I would have done it. And once I started doing it again, like, there's no going back. There's no going back. For me, getting up early there's no going back. There's no going back to being depressed. There's no going back to being anxious because I wake up early now. I never have to experience these things again. And God has given me time and time again things along my path that have prolonged me to chase this spiritual growth that I've been growing on. And it's just like, it's so fun to me. It's so awesome to me. It's like, money matters, yes, of course, it's a serious thing, but it doesn't matter to me as much as last year it didn't. Like, the older I get, I guess the less the money really matters, and it's cool to, that's why I think it's super duper important to head outside the country, see how people live in poverty stricken ways, go there for a month or two. I feel like it's like so good for you. It's so good for you. Like, that's why I was telling my buddy who's thinking about moving down here, I'm like, dude, come to Dominican Republic with me. Let's go see how they live in the fucking shacks. Let's go see how they live, how they have to pay off the police to get something. You know what I mean? Like, we'll get by. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to fucking kill us. And if they do, it's part of God's plan. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it is what it is. That's just like, I was listening to a Rick Ross interview, and then I'll end with this. He was saying how, like, he went to Africa lately, and he's like, all right, I want to go to the slums. Take me to the slums. Then his security says, okay, we're not coming with you. Or no, the police said, we're not coming with you to protect you. He's like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to go anyway. Like, what is that? That is God. That is God's plan, because for Rick Ross, that was more important to him to see how to live, and give them some money, give them some food. He wanted to just look in the eyes. That was more important than living itself. Tell me that's somebody who's living through God. That's somebody who sees that God's giving you a message to live and living it. And God rewards people like that. That's why people like Rick Ross have become billionaires, because they live through the image of God. They live through what God tells them to do, and they live it. Just like me, for example, I've been living through what God has been telling me to do for a little bit over a year now, through and through. There have been hiccups. You know what I mean? The devil has certainly come in, and they certainly come in and left. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in us. That can happen to anybody. You know what I mean? There's moments where I'm like, oh, okay, let's go with the devil. No, not no more. All right, with that, I went a little ramble, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace.